皆さんこんにちは。今日もサンディエゴからリーダーインタビューをお届けしたいと思います。今日も素晴らしいゲストをお迎えしていますので、早速ご紹介させていただきたいと思います。お名前をタラ・クーパーさんと申しまして、カナダでリーダーをされている方です。それではタラ・クーパーさんの経歴の方をご紹介させていただきたいと思います。ネットワークビジネス歴11年。始めてから約3年で毎月数千万円の収入に到達されました。現在の会社で累積コミッションが1億円を超えています。他にもハート・オブ・アイサジェニック賞を受賞、ウォメン・オブ・アイサジェニック賞も受賞されています。また、つい最近、レガシークラブメンバーにも、入られ、1億円以上の収入のある方が入られる特別なクラブです。現在の会社でトップリーダーとして活躍されていまして、3人のお子さんをお持ちのお母様でもあります。私、このインタビューの企画司会運営をしております、マイク柿原です。この企画は私が個人でやっているもので、特定の会社、組織、個人に属するものではありません。ブログサイトもありますので、よかったら覗いてみてください。このインタビューに関するご意見、ご感想、ご希望等ありましたら、こちらの Gmail の方に送っていただければよろしいかと思います。それでは今日のお客様、早速、お招きしたいと思います。Hi, Tara.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me, Mike. It's just such an honor.
It is so exciting because I have so many people who are in the same company as your company in Japan, and they would love to see the leaders sharing their experience and wisdom. So that'd be great too. We also have a bunch of Japanese people who are not in particularly in your company, but they've been working hard in the industry, and we also have some people who are interested in joining the network marketing industry. So this interview will be an incredibly wonderful opportunity for them to hear.
That's wonderful. And you know what? I just think it's all about educating people, and that's what I'm here for.
Perfect. So I'm gonna start with first question, if you are ready.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. The question will be in Japanese first, then will be followed by English.
Great.
Okay. タラさん、ネットワークビジネスに出会う前は何をしていましたか？ Tara, what were you doing before you got involved with network marketing in the first time?
All right. Well, I've gone through many different careers, as many people do.
Mm-hmm.
And my first career was I went through college and I became a registered insurance broker. Gosh, it's so long ago. It feels like it was a lifetime ago. But I did that for about 5 years, and then I decided to go back to school to become a teacher because I really enjoyed educating people. And the only way I knew how to do that was through educating children. So I became a teacher in the elementary division, so kindergarten up to grade 8. I had qualifications for, and I did teach every single area. But in 9 years of teaching, I could not find a full-time career. It's a very difficult position to get full-time in our country anyway, and in our province at the time. So I struggled a lot to try to land a full-time career.
I see. Wow. そうですね、私がネットワークビジネスに出会う前は、いろいろなことをやったのですが、まず大学を卒業してから、保険の、セールスのようなことを5年間やりました。で、それ5年間やった後、もう一度大学に戻って、教員の免許を取りました。で、教員の免許を取ってから、小学校の先生になりました。で、小学校の先生として、9年間働いたのですが、私の住んでいる地域では、そのフルタイムとして先生をすることが非常に難しく、なかなか大変な仕事だったんです。Wow, being teacher is perfect experience for this industry, isn't it? This industry is all about teaching.
It really does help. I mean, I don't feel like everyone has to be a teacher to be successful here, but it's definitely been a benefit.
Yeah, that is a benefit. That's for sure. So that leads me to the kind of next question. タラさん、ネットワークビジネスを始めるきっかけは何ですか？This is like my favorite question too. So how did you get involved with the network marketing for the first time?
Okay, the first time was not the company I'm in now. So yes,
Okay.
I tried others before.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually tried two others before. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, I quit one and rejoined it years later. So
Oh,
I
okay.
started in my 20s. And at that time, I was very open
Mm-hmm.
to having my own business. And this was the only way I could see fit to have a
Mm-hmm.
business without all the extra overhead and stuff. So I got the vision of network marketing really early on.
Mm-hmm.
However, my first two companies, I had very limited knowledge even of the industry, and I in fact did not like the industry after I got into it at that time.
Mm. Okay, got it. Uh, so, so a lot of people have a different way to come across this industry. Like a friend of my case, I just saw the newspaper ad. That I thought, okay, this is interesting. So, I answered to that ad. I talked to the person who placed that ad, and that's how it kind of, came across for the first time. And the second time, someone asked me to translate the meeting. That happened to be a network marketing meeting. So that's how I came across. In your case, did someone show you the network marketing, or you just found out, through your friend or something?
Interesting question. I'd have to say there's a bit of both.
Okay.
Early on, before I ever joined a network marketing company, I was like you. I saw that ad in the paper that looked really interesting. I was curious and I went to a couple meetings
Mm-hmm.
that were very big, and they gave you food, and it was kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that lunch meeting type of thing. But I didn't understand it, and I actually got very scared of the tactics at that time because it wasn't very clear what I was going to.
Mm.
And then when I got there, I felt like I was being sold.
Mm.
So I never did join back then. That was my
Mm.
first intro to it, though. And
Mm.
then I went to a party that one of my friends had that was selling great products, and
Mm.
I decided to join the company after I bought the products there.
Mm.
So that's how I eventually did become a network marketer
Oh,
at the
okay.
early stages.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. そうですね、私が、最初にネットワークビジネスに出会ったのは、新聞に広告が出たので、その広告を見て、ミーティングに行ったんですが、そのミーティングはあんまりそのスタイルが良くなくって、プレッシャーみたいなものもあり、なんか強引な、押し売りのような感じだったので、その時のネットワークビジネスに対する印象はあまり良くなかったんです。で、私、その当時20代で、非常に気持ちとしてはオープンで自分のビジネスをやりたいと思っていたので、ネットワークビジネスにも興味を持っていたのですが、その最初のミーティング行った時に、その経験があまり良くなかったので、ネットワークビジネスってあんまり好きじゃないなって思ったんです。で、その後また別の機会があって、友達がホームパーティーというようなことに招待されて、でそこに行った時にそれがネットワークビジネスだったんで、その時は非常に印象もよく、これなら自分にもできるかなと思って始めたのがネットワークビジネスに携わる最初の経験でした。Thank you so much. That's a very interesting way to get involved with network marketing, because other people have different stories, and so this is amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
So next question will be a little deep, not as deep as you think, but I appreciate if you would share this with us. タラさん、一番教訓になった間違いは何ですか？ You know, Tara, we all make mistake, right? And I made just about every single mistake you can possibly make in network marketing industry. I'm not proud of it, but so if you could, but I learned, a lot of things through my mistakes. It was painful, but I learned a lot of things. If you would share about your mistakes, so my question would be, what was the mistake you made which you learned a very valuable lesson in network marketing?
Oh my goodness, this is such a loaded question.
I know.
And it has so much. I could write a book about it because I don't think that any one of us can be successful without making mistakes. That's how we learn. So I'd have to say there's two main ones, and I won't get too into detail of them both, but at least I want to share these because if I can help anybody not go through these things, it would be I feel like I've done my job today. So one of them is being yourself. I know that when we get started in a network marketing profession, we often look to leaders who are doing what we want to be able to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
However, every single person is so different, and it's not a cookie cutter thing. We're not puppets.
Mm-hmm.
We can't become someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest lessons that I learned, my first few years, I was super successful,
Mm-hmm.
but when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't the same person. And I'm not saying that in a necessarily completely bad way,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I changed to the point where I didn't even like who I was anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more of an introverted person, and I was trying to force myself to be extroverted. I was trying to be firm with people and a little bit more bossy, and that is not who I am. I'm more about really empowering people and treating people with love and respect wherever they're at in the business. And sometimes there can be leaders that can turn us off. And I was very quickly becoming that leader because I was just following the lead that I had in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely one of the mistakes. It took me into a total downward spiral, paired with not taking good care of myself. I did not have respect for my own boundaries or my self-care. So even at a time in my business where it was growing so fast and it was going so well in dollars,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't going well inside myself. So,
Mm-hmm.
Paired with not being the person that I wanted to be, and then not taking good care of myself, my health took a toll. And I went through years of trying to build myself back up. And now I'm finally feeling like I'm getting to that point again, but it's taken a long time. So I think about it and I'm like, I wouldn't be where I am today without those mistakes. And it helps me be a better leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really want to be that advocate and that voice for people, that if it feels wrong for you, it's probably wrong for you. And there's a way to find a way to do it for you in the way that you feel aligned with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I guess, my long and short answer
No.
around two big mistakes. So number one, definitely make sure you take care of yourself and set boundaries so that you have, you've got to take care of you, that oxygen mask first. And also, don't become somebody that you're not. Just because you see someone do something a certain way and they're successful, it doesn't mean that's going to work for you.
That's very incredible wisdom you share. Thank you so much. That's so true, because sometimes you feel pressure to change it, and sometimes you feel like it's a good thing to change it. I have to change to become better, but sometimes that change is not you, and they just tear you down inside. And that's incredible. I'm glad. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know it's not an easy thing to share, especially sharing your mistakes is not a fun thing to do. But thank you so much. It is very kind of you to share that. That is incredible wisdom you just shared. Thank you. Let me translate it. This is incredible. そうですね、いろんな間違いをしたんですが、やはり失敗をせずに成功はありえないと私は思っています。ですから、できれば間違いは多くない方がいいんですが、失敗をすればそれから学ぶことは非常に大切だと思っています。で、私がその学んだことで非常に大切なのは2つあるんですが、その1つは、まず、この自分を見失わないことですね。やはりこのビジネスを特に始めた人っていうのは、いろいろなネットワークビジネスに携わっている周りの人やリーダーからの影響を非常に受けると思うんです。それで、ある意味、あんな風にやりたい、あんな人のようなやり方をしたい、あんなリーダーのようになりたいとは全く自分と違うタイプの人になろうとしてしまうことがあるわけなんですよね。ですから無理にそれをやろうとするためにどんどん自分というものを見失っていってしまって、私はその当時かなり成功していたのですが、途中でこの自分自身は一体何なんだろうと見失ってしまうようになり、それが原因で自分の健康を害したりしました。で、やはり自分はこの無理やり押したり、こうしなさい、ああしなさいっていうタイプではなくて、やはり愛情を持ち、相手に敬意を示すこと、それが私のやり方ですから、それと合わないやり方を無理に自分にさせようとすると、そこに内側の葛藤が起きて、それがストレスになりたりして、非常にせっかく成功していたビジネスがものすごくそこからつまずき始めました。それと2つ目は健康ですね。やはり体の健康というのは非常に大切で、それを怠るとやはりビジネスにも影響すると思います。 先ほど言いましたように、ストレスとかそういうやらないことをやると、どんどんやる気もなく、自分に対する尊敬もなくなり、つまり自分の健康をもおろそかにするようになってしまいますので、そうするともう悪循環が起きてしまいます。ですから、先ほど言いましたように、自分にとは違う自分にならないこと、自分を見失わないこと、2つ目は自分の体を大切にすること、健康を重視すること、この2つが私が習った非常に貴重なレッスンでした。Thank you so much. That was incredible wisdom you shared. So that I'm going to ask you next question. タラさん、どうやって成功する秘訣を見つけましたか？ The next question is kind of leads from what you just shared with us. So if you can kind of share from this answer from your experience, that'd be great. How did you figure out how to be successful in network marketing business?
Very good question. And I think that also comes in stages. Obviously, at the beginning, I was just following exactly what I was being told. Anyway, so I did exactly what I was told. When to do it, how to do it, what to say. It was really, like I said, it almost felt like a very specific way to build the business. And I just trusted that that was the only way. Now, it did help me get successful. I will definitely say that when we follow a system and a plan, it is going to work. I think where things change over time is when we make this our full-time alignment with this is now my career, I'm going to choose to do this full-time. That was when I needed to say, how is it going to be successful beyond the dollars and cents, beyond how I've been trained to do it, and more about how I feel inside when I'm talking to people every day. So that really had to come down to, and sometimes it's a bit of a toss-up. It's a trial and error. I don't have a plan in place for how this is going to go, but I am going to trust my intuition and my gut to help lead me to do the right thing and have that strong moral compass, because not every business interaction feels morally aligned. I know. And I'm not criticizing leadership. I'm just saying some leaders do things that are perfectly okay to them, but they're not okay to me. So those were some of the things that I had to figure out on my own. And it was hard because it felt like a lonely place to be. And sometimes when we're not doing certain things a certain way, it can be hard because some leadership is just like, they might call you uncoachable or whatever it is. But for me, it had to feel good or it wasn't going to happen. And I would just not be here anymore. So success to me is not just the money. It is in how I feel every day when I get up every morning and help people.
That's amazing. You hit a nail on the head. It is a really good point because sometimes people just follow a system blindly, even though they are not feeling comfortable with it. And just like you shared the previous question, that tears you down inside. And what amazes me is, even though you did your own way, but you achieved tremendous success. You know what I mean? So that really encourages a lot of people, because a lot of people have the same struggle with, okay, I have to do exactly what my leader says I'm supposed to do, but I'm not getting any result. Like someone asked me one time, my downline said, "Hey, Mike, if network marketing is supposed to be fun, why am I depressed?"
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's true. And I think that's the misconception, is that what ends up happening if we don't have leaders that tell us it's okay, that if you don't feel right, do it a different way. We don't hear that enough. And I want to be that advocate in my own team and in my group. Even people that aren't financially linked to me, I am very much that voice for people. And when people know that that is okay, they are not going to give up. But when people think it only has to be one way, they give up faster than you can blink your eyes.
And that's true.
So it's definitely helped me to help people stay here, stay in whatever company they're in. I advocate for all companies, as long as they're ethical companies. But, I really do believe that if we can feel better doing this profession, we're going to stay here.
Great. Thank you so much. Let me translate this. そうですね。成功する秘訣っていうか、成功するにはいろいろな段階があると思うんですよね。その過程で、私が最初の頃はアップに言われたことをきちんとその通りやればいいと思ってたんですよね。ですからアップが言ったこと、そのシステムみたいなこと、それしかない、それがオンリーウェイだと思ってたんですよね。で、それをずっとやって、ある程度の結果は出せたんですが、そのやり方が必ずしも自分には合ってなかった場合も多々あるわけなんですよね。で、自分がある時点でお金も大切だけど、本当の成功とは何だろうかって考えたときに、やはり自分がちゃんと気持ちよくできるビジネス、自分のやり方、自分がやっていて自信を持ってやれるやり方、自分を見失わないやり方っていうのが非常に大切だっていうのに気がついて、それでもうリーダーによっては私のことを、教えてもちゃんとやらないし、教えた通り、言った通りやらない人って思う人もいたと思うんですけど、自分とは全く合わないやり方を無理に押し付けられてやっても自分は成功できないって分かっていたので、そのリーダーのアドバイスを聞きながら自分に合ったやり方っていうのを一生懸命に追求するようになりました。ですから私にとってはモラルが非常に大切で、中には皆さんもご存知のようにモラルにちょっと疑問のあるやり方をする人もいると思いますし、私はそういうのを極力避けてきて、もうモラル的にこれは自分の中でやるべきではないと思ったことはいくらアップからのアドバイスでもやりませんでした。ですから私も同じように自分のメンバーさんに無理にモラルを曲げるようなことを、押し付けたこともありませんし、自分を見失うよ、そのメンバーの人が自分を見失ってしまうようなやり方を無理にやれっていう、そういうこともやったことがありません。で、私の信念はやはりそのメンバーさんが気持ちよくやれる、自分を見失わずにやれるようにしてあげれば、そのメンバーさんはずっと続けてくれる。私はそう確信していますし、そのやり方でおかげさまで結果を出すことができました。Thank you so much for sharing such an incredible wisdom. That is very insightful things you share with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you.
So this kind of is similar question to the previous question. So let me ask you this. タラさん、ネットワークビジネスでリーダーになる条件とは何ですか？ Tara, what does it take to be a network marketing leader? So this is another broad question. Sorry.
It is, but you know what? It just gave me goosebumps because it kind of made me realize that wow, I'm actually a network marketing leader, and it never really occurred to me that that's what I am. I've just always looked at myself as an educator. So for me, I say this humbly. It is a very big responsibility, but it's one that I also have to remember it's not all mine to carry. I think that a lot of leadership sometimes can get so bogged down because they feel like they've got to carry everybody on their shoulders. And a good leader knows that we can only do what we are capable of doing ourselves. We cannot pull people along. We cannot force people to do anything. All we can do is be a good example ourselves of what is possible. And I talk to everyone in my team and in my organization and anyone outside of that. And I express that we are all leaders in our own capacity. Whether they're just getting started in network marketing or not, leadership is about finding the answers and being able to educate to other people, but also be able to learn as we go. We're not experts necessarily. We haven't found our day of, I have arrived. It is all about continuing the process of always learning. And I remember when I was in school, when I was in college, I remember saying to my friends, I would like to be a full-time student. Like, I just want to continue to learn and learn and learn and learn. And now I found a profession that I get to do that and I get to get paid, right? So it's such a beautiful thing. I really think leadership has no title. It has no status. It is about really being in the trenches with everybody else and doing exactly what is expected of us to be able to be successful. And like I said, being in alignment with our own values is the biggest part. Being a great listener, and really holding people capable of what their potential is, because I think that,
Mm.
I don't like the word accountable, and this is one of those things, again, that I cringe sometimes. There's nothing against accountability, because I think we all deserve that. But I'm more about empowerment in capability. We all have so much capability and potential.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can, as leaders, find that in people even before they find it in themselves and really build that,
Mm-hmm.
that's what leadership is. And when someone's going through a dark and tough time,
Mm-hmm.
don't turn a blind eye, like
Mm-hmm.
so many times happens, because some leadership will say, well, you're going through some stuff, you go figure that out and come back when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
This is more about a leader saying, I can see that you're dealing with some stuff, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything else, it's just to hold space.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily to hear the venting all the time, because that's not what we mean, but being able to say, I can see you, and I hear that you're having some difficulty. I'm here if you need me.
Mm-hmm.
So leadership is a big role,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that where we go wrong in this profession sometimes is that we put leaders on a pedestal, and they're not. I guess I just feel like I'm just one of everybody else. And it might just be that I've learned a little bit along the way, and I've allowed myself to make mistakes, and I keep going no matter how hard it gets. And that's what leadership is.
Wow, that is incredible. Thank you so much. Like I said, said, the definition of leader, it can be so different, right? And the leader, even different industry, network marketing, within the network marketing industry, is the definition of a leader is very different. If you ask 100 people, they give you 100 different answers. And out of those 100 answers, I think your answer is one of the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for sharing with me. So let me translate. This is amazing. そうですね、リーダーになる条件っていうのはこれとはないんですけど、私自身自分自身はリーダーだとは思ってなくて、どちらかというと自分は教育者、いろいろなことを教えてあげる、そういう立場の人間だと思っています。ですからそれほど自分はすごいリーダーなんだっていうとは、そういう自覚はあまりないのですが、やはり自分のに組織ができるようになってきて、大きな組織が育てば育つほど、やはりこのリーダーの責任みたいなものを感じるようになると思うんですよね。そうするとリーダーってなると、なんか全てを自分がやらなきゃいけないんじゃないかと思ってしまう場合が多いわけなんですよね。けどリーダーといえども一人の人間ですから、自分でできることには限りがあるので、何もかも自分でやんなきゃいけないと思ってしまうと、非常にこれは続かなくなってしまいますし、ダウンの人もリーダーってあんな大変な仕事だったらなりたくないと思ってしまって、このネットワークビジネスは伸びなくなってしまいます。ですから、リーダーっていうのはいろいろなレベルがあると思うんですよね。私がリーダーと思うのは、必ずしも一番上ですごい高いランクですごい大きな収入を得ている人がリーダーだとは私は思っていなくて、すべての人はリーダーの可能性があると思っていますし、すべての人はその現在の時点でリーダーだと私は思っています。ですから私のメンバーさんも新しい人も初めてまだ、6ヶ月ぐらいの人も、初めて2年ぐらいの人にも、皆さんそのレベルのリーダーですよ。そのレベルでリーダーになれるんですよっていうふうに教えています。で、リーダーの資質は何かっていうと、やはり、リーダーにとって大切なのは答えを見つけること、問題がぶつかるは答えを見つけること、そしてきちんと、教えてあげること、やり方を教えてあげること、ネットワークビジネスでうまく成功するにはこうやってやっていくんですよ。人間的にはこういうものの考え方をした方がいいですよということを必ずきちんと教えてあげること。そしてこの3番目で非常に大切なことは常に学ぶ姿勢を持っているということですね。やはりリーダーといえども、もうこれでは自分はもうリーダーになったからこれ以上学ぶことはないっていう、そういう傲慢なふうに思った時点で成長は止まってしまいますから、リーダーっていうのは常に成長をしなければいけないと思います。で、成長するためにはやはり常に学び、常に学ぼうとする姿勢、それが非常に大切だと私は思っています。ですからリーダーというのは単なるタイトルやそのステータスシンボル、そういったものだけで私はリーダーとは判断しませんし、やはりそのリーダーっていうのは自分のバリューや相手の自分のメンバーさんのバリュー、そういったものにも非常に敬意を表する必要がありますし、よく一番大切なのは一人一人のメンバーさんのポテンシャルを必ず見てあげること、長所短所があれば必ず長所、この人の伸ばせるところを伸ばしてあげる、そういうところ、そこに集中するっていうことが非常に大切だと思います。それと メンバーさんが困っているとき、そういうときに知らない顔、知らんふりするリーダーの人が多いんですけど、私はどちらかというと、もし何か困っているリーダーさんがいれば、サポートの手を差し伸べて、自分にできることは最大限してあげようとします。それもリーダーにとって大切な質であると思っています。ですから、リーダーをすごい、すごいリーダーだってこうペデストを立てまつるところが多いんですけど、本当のリーダーっていうのはものすごく謙虚で、みんなのためにどうしたら役に立てるだろうかっていうことを常に考えていて、常に学ぶ姿勢のある人だと私は思っています。Thank you so much. That was very, very insightful and it's incredible wisdom. Thank you so much. And also very inspiring too. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, next question will be kind of another broad question. So hope you don't mind. タラさん、ネットワークビジネス業界の将来をどう思いますか？ What do you think of the future of network marketing industry?
Oh my goodness. Again, I got goosebumps because this is the industry to be part of. Even if somebody loves their career in their profession that they've gone to school for and gotten a great career or job, I believe this is something that everybody deserves to have as a side gig. It's becoming more and more recognized as a valid profession. I know we still have a lot to cut through as far as misconceptions. However, I do feel that the more that there's so much going on right now, especially in 2020 as we're doing this interview. It is a scary reality for many people. I think about even college students getting out of school, having so much debt and not being able to get a career. Network marketing allows people so much more choice. And yes, it's work. A lot of people still see it as this get rich quick thing, which it's not anything like that. It is a valid business with valid business skills. And the great thing is we get to learn as we earn. So I feel like, the network marketing profession is coming into its own now, and we're going to see it continue to explode in the coming decades, I believe. It's just a matter of now it'll be, what company are you part of? That will be the conversation. It won't be so much, one of those things, one of those pyramid things, right? That's very common unfortunately, there have been some companies that have done it the wrong way and created that bad reputation. But if you're aligned with a company that does it right, oh my goodness, the sky's the limit. And we have so much potential to really make a difference in people's lives with products and with the business opportunity. So I do feel like we're just kind of getting started.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very good point. Thank you so much. そうですね、ネットワークビジネスの業界、これから、どんな人でも、ご存知の方も多いと思いますけど、ネットワークビジネスっていうのは、いい学校を出て、良い仕事をしている人でも、始められるビジネスですし、これからプロフェッショナルな仕事として認められていく仕事だと思っています。現在まだいろいろな悪い評判とかもありますが、そういったものもやはり業界全体の人たちがプロフェッショナルの意識を持ってきちんとやることによって、そういったものが徐々に払拭されていくと思っています。今このインタビューをやっているのは、ちょうど今このコロナで皆さん自宅待機とか、仕事を失う方が非常に多い悲しい時期なんですが、学生さんなんかでも非常に不安な時期だと思います。大学を卒業してもう多額のその学生ローンを背負ったまま仕事が見つからないという非常に厳しい状態になっています。ですからネットワークビジネスというのはそういう人たちにも自分の生活を立てていく機会を与えてくれる非常に素晴らしい業界だと思っていますので、これから非常に大きく伸びていく業界だと私は確信しています。Thank you so much. That was very, very good insight.
Great.
So the next question will be the last question. And so let me ask you last question. タラさん、日本の皆さんに何かメッセージはありますか？ Do you have any message for Japanese people who are currently in network marketing industry and also people are kind of looking into checking out network marketing industry?
Well, thank you for that question. And I obviously, I do not have anybody within my business in Japan yet because this is very new for the company I'm in. But I do want to say thank you for doing what you're doing because I know for those of you who are already involved in a company, it is definitely changing lives. So keep doing what you're doing. And if you feel 100% aligned with the company you're in, please stay. Don't quit. I think the biggest thing that so many people start to do sometimes, and I'm not saying everyone does, but it's almost like I've got to go look elsewhere because maybe there's something better. And maybe there is. But if you're happy where you are and you are questioning different things, and I'll just give an example. I've seen so many people leave our company for reasons that are not, it's just sad because I see that sometimes it's leadership that turns them off and they go away. And I always have to say, think about how you can just step into your own power without any leadership around you. If you like the products that you're representing, don't quit because the products are what you're aligned with, not the leaders, not the, obviously you want your company to be standing on moral, ethical ground. But if there's some leadership conflict in your teams, don't let that stop you because that's just everyone's learning at a different pace and everyone's doing the best they can with what they know. So don't quit for leadership conflict. If you're aligned with a company, just please stay there because your company needs you. They need you to show up as your authentic version of yourself. And I've recognized that myself because I almost quit too, and many times. But I remember someone saying to me, this company needs you as you. And you might not be the most looked up to leader because you're not on the stage all the time or you haven't skyrocketed through ranks, but you're the average person that other people can actually relate to. So don't leave. It doesn't have to be superstars that are successful. Every average person like me can be successful. So please don't discount where you're at. For people who aren't in a company yet, the message that I would like to say is I know, and my understanding is that in Japan, there's been a couple of bumps along the road as far as network marketing goes.
Yeah, especially past 3 years, they had a lot of cryptocurrency and investment scam went through, and it burned a lot of people.
Oh, and that's just awful. Like it makes me feel sick for people that have had to go through something like that. Thankfully, I have never gone through something that horrible. But one of the things I'd like to say is for the new, and maybe I should break this up so that you can translate that first part first.
Sure. That'll be perfect. Thank you so much. そうですね、日本の皆さんに、メッセージ、まず今すでに日本でネットワークビジネスに参加されている方へのメッセージとなりますが、私自身は日本にまだメンバーさんを持っていないのですが、いつか、日本にも、メンバーさんを持てるなるようになれるといいなと思っています。やはりこの、ネットワークビジネスの素晴らしさというのは、自分の人生や他の人、関わった人の人生も良い方に変えられることができるということだと私は思っています。で、やはり大切なのは今やっている会社が自分に合うのであれば、今やっている会社の製品が自分が気に入っているのであれば、簡単にやめないでほしいと私は思います。よく私も過去に経験があるのですが、せっかく自分の気に入った会社、気に入った製品なのにリーダーとうまくいかずに、辞めちゃった人って多いんですよね。で、それものすごくもったいないと思うんです。私自身も過去にリーダーとうまくいかなくって何度も辞めようと思ったんですが、別の友達がそんなことで辞めてしまうのはもったいない。やはりあなたがこの会社を必要としているように、この会社はまたあなたを必要としているんだから、ね、リーダーとの人間関係がちょっとうまくいかなかったぐらいで辞めようなんていうのは本当にもったいない。考え直した方がいいとアドバイスしてくれる友人がいて、それに自分は気づくことができました。ですから、簡単に、そういったことでやめずに、本当にスーパースターにすぐになれないから、登録して1ヶ月ぐらいでこのランクに達せられなかった、登録して1年経つのにまだこの辺にしかいないって思ってる人も多いと思うんですけど、 そういうふうに思う必要は全くないと思うんですよね。自分の気に入った会社で自分の気に入った製品であればコツコツとやっていけば必ず成功できると思いますので、その辺は簡単にやめたいとかやめないでほしいと思います。Thank you so much. Would you share the second part which is for the people who are thinking about it, joining the network marketing?
For those that are thinking about it, I would say if I knew better when I started, I wouldn't have just started anywhere. Luckily for me, I found my company, my home, after 2 attempts first and then a third. And I almost said no to this opportunity because I was so disheartened about network marketing at the time. But once I found this company and, I had an open mind, even though I almost said no, I have to say that these would be the things I would look for if I ever were to do it again. And it starts with ownership. Who is at the helm of the ship? Because you want people who have a long-standing reputation that are going to do this right. Because there's a lot of companies that do it very unethically.
Yeah.
Fast, right? They're just doing things that it's not going to have the foundation that is longevity. So I would say definitely look at the ownership. Look at the products. I mean, the products, there's a lot of great companies out there with amazing products. You've got to have something that you can't just buy in a store. But also, I would go even further to say, I don't want junk in anything that I buy. If I'm going to represent a company, I want to know that it's going to be something that I would ingest or use myself, and I would feel safe giving it to my children. And again, to go a little further on products, something that is consumable, so that you're going to have people reorder all the time. That is what really will make that business more successful, because you'll have repeat buyers. The companies that I did before, I had to constantly sell to make money. And I like that, when you find a company that has consumable products that actually create results, lasting results and visible results, people are going to keep coming back no matter what. You don't have to sell it to them. Support, having good customer support that you can align with is huge. For me, I never am worried if I have a customer that needs to return something or has a problem with their order. I am so grateful that my customer service team at the corporate office is just as, if not more, aware of customer service than I am. And I want to be able to carry that through myself, but also have that backing me up. And again, not all customer service is created equal.
Yeah, I know.
And then, of course, the compensation plan is a huge thing as well. If you do want to make this a lasting legacy business for yourself and future generations, I really think that seeing what the compensation plan does have for you, sometimes it can be confusing, but there's so many different ones out there that you could do similar things in 2 different businesses and have a completely different result because the compensation plan is more generous. So, I would just like to say that you want to find something that you can actually be successful in, even if you're not a superstar, like I mentioned. Even if you've never done network marketing before, that you should be able to have a compensation plan that you have an even playing field, no matter how much experience you have. So those are really some of the main things I would want to look for if I was looking for a company to align with. And of course, finding the person that you feel that you can be yourself and you can, be aligned with your own values. Even if your leader is a different type of leader, that's okay. But knowing that they support you no matter who you are, I think that's really important too.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. You brought up the many valid and incredibly good points. And I often hear, especially not here and in Japan, both countries, a lot of people make decisions based on compensation plan only. Which plan pays me more. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it doesn't matter if you don't have an organization how much company is gonna pay you, because it's just a theory. It's just a number. If you cannot build the organization, doesn't matter if company pays 100% or only 1%. But like you said, a lot of people make decision based on very small part. Just focusing on how much plan, compensation plan is gonna pay. And I'm glad you brought this up, because the people have to have a little broader perspective to make decision which company they were going to join. So thank you so much. Let me translate this.
All right.
もう一つ、日本の、次のメッセージは、まだこれからネットワークビジネスを始めようかどうか考えている日本の皆様にへのメッセージなんですが、ネットワークビジネスを始める場合、何でもいいからどんな会社でもいいとかっていう感じで始めてほしくないんですよね。例えば誘われたから義理があるからやるとか、そういうのではなくって、やはりきちんとこの会社はどんな会社か、自分がやろうと携わるしている製品はどんな製品かっていうのは非常に大切だと私は思っています。特に私が会社選びをする際に大切だと思うのは、まずその会社のオーナーですよね。その会社のオーナーがどういう人か、どういう理念を持って会社経営をしようとしているのか。それは非常に重要になってくると思います。やはり会社っていうのは長く成長していかなければならないものですから、そういった時にやはりオーナーのものの考え方やその理念が間違っていると、やはり会社っていうのはいい方向に進みませんから、オーナーがどういう人かっていうのは非常に大切だと思います。で、次にやはり大切なのは製品だと思います。プロダクトの質が良くないとは、やはりこれは非常に大切なことだと思うんですよね。製品が良くて当たり前ですから、私はどんな製品でも自分が取ったり自分の子供に与えたりして安全なもの、そういったもの何の不安もなく確信を持って友達やとかに勧められる製品、そういった質の高い製品というのは非常に大切だと思っていますし、これはまあ私個人の意見となるのですが、私はどちらかというと消費財の方が好きですね。やはり前の会社で耐久消費財をやったことがあるのですが、リピートがなくって結構大変だったので、もうとにかく次から次へと売らなきゃいけない。そういうのは私にはやっぱり合わないビジネスタイプだったので、私はどちらかというと消費財がいいです。で、先ほど言いましたように、製品の質が良ければ自然にリピートが生まれますから、それによって売り上げも生まれるという、そういう製品が私は好きなんですね。で、次に大切だと思うのはカスタマーサポートですね。やはり、どんな会社でも必ず小さな問題があったり、します。そういった時にカスタマーサポートがきちんと対応してくれるっていうのは非常に助かります。私がリーダーとして対応できることもありますけど、やはり会社として対応してほしいことも非常に多いので、そういった時会社のサポートがきちんと対応してくれる、自分ではできないことをちゃんとやってくれるっていうのは非常にビジネスをやっていく上で非常に大切だと思います。それとボーナスプランになりますけど、やはりいろんなプランがあると思うんですよね。で、その中で一番大切なのは、まず、このプランは自分に合うのだろうかっていうのを、まず、よく考えていただきたいと思います。同じプランでも、その会社によって、ほぼ同じようなプランでも会社によって支払いが大きく違ったりとか、そういうこともありますので、やはり、そのプラン、どんなプランなのか、報酬プランはどういうプランなのかっていうのをきちんと理解していただきたいと思います。やはり一番大切なのはフェアであること。つまり自分の出した結果に対してフェアに報酬を払ってくれる、そういうプランが私は重要だと思っています。で、それと先ほども言いましたように、会社選びをする場合、その組織、自分が入ろうとする組織のリーダーがどんな人かっていうのも非常に大切だと思います。やはり先ほど言いましたように、自分を見失ってしまうようなことをやれっていうリーダーのいる会社に入っても、絶対長く続きませんし、自分が辛いだけだと思います。ですから、会社を選びをするときは、自分を見失うことのないやり方でやっていける、そういうリーダーやそういう人たちがいる、そういう会社を選んでほしいと思います。Wow, thank you so much, Tara. That was amazing interview. Thank you so much for sharing such an incredible and inspiring your experience and wisdom. And this will really help a lot of Japanese people and the industry as a whole.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm so humbled that you reached out to me, of all people, and I'm just so grateful that you took the time to. And I'm just amazed with your translation, by the way. I don't know how you were able to take everything I said and be able to write down the notes enough to be able to translate it right after. So thank you for that. That was a neat experience.
Thank you. I've done this many, many times, so I kind of got used to doing this.
I bet.
But also it really helps because what you shared is so incredibly exciting. It's easy to remember. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Again, yeah, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Well, thank you for letting me share my heart and my experience. And I'm just so hopeful that everybody takes a chance and really dreams big, because there's so much opportunity in this profession. So you have a great day. And I
Yeah,
look.
thank you so much. You have a fantastic rest of the day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.